Welcome back to the Red Zone channel, ladies and gents, and in today's video, it's another guide, as you probably guessed from the title. It's the Aramusha's turn to hit the training room, and it's the Aramusha's turn to hit the limelight so that you guys can start picking up some of the different characters. This also does mean that I have my season pass privileges returned as of last week, but I have been busy sorting out my life and getting myself back on track. But you should be able to see the same level of content dropping during the week. The weekends is my time off, it is my diddly do time. But without further ado, let's go over the Aramusha's moveset. So, the moveset. So we've got the Tempest and Tempest Alternate. These are the Aramusha's two infinite chains. A lot of people see these chains as cancerous, but you know, once we go over a few things, hopefully you will see that they aren't. We've got Rushing Wind Alternate, Blade Blockade. I like the ring of that. Ring the Bell, Fury Unleashed, Twin Vipers, Pushback Kick, Sprint Attack, and that's it for his moveset. So, going over to his hero specifics, as always, you've got the two here that are on every character. We've got Chain Finishes, Swift Reprisal, Deadly Feint, Special Moves, Cancel, and Befundle. Alright, so, basics. Let's go over some basics. So, to start, we'll always go over the fact that you can put the light attacks in any direction with these characters. So the Aramusha does have the infinite light chain that looks like this. I mean, I'm not hitting the right side because of the Warlord shield, but it's boom, 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 boom. This can also be done with the heavy attacks. So once he respawns, I'll just give you a quick go over. So it's, you know, comes out a bit slower, but you get the point. It can be continued indefinitely, so that can lead into some interesting fainting situations. Alright, so what do we have next? We have the Aramusha's running attack, which looks rather interesting and quite cool. So it looks, you know, if you played Shinobi, you'll understand what I mean by this. Boom, fade in, fade out time. That's what it is. Fade in, fade out. It looks sick. Looks absolutely amazing balls. So, what else do we have? We've got the zone attack. Boom. Boom. The second attack being an unblockable. So, yeah. The last thing for the basics is through guard break. Always go for that top heavy attack, as the side heavies will be blocked. Okay? So it's always that top heavy attack. But let's go over some of the more intermediate style of things that you need to be aware of with the Aramusha. So the Aramusha has two types of dashing attacks. So we've got this one, which all you need to do is dash forward and press the heavy button. Quite interesting. So you can do it either left or you can do it right. If you have your stance widget at the top and you do so, you will do this. This will lead into some really good combos. So you can do feint, heavy attack. A lot of the Aramusha's attacks can be feinted into different combos, i.e. the infinite combo. You can come out of the infinite combo with feints, and so forth and so forth. The really cool thing is that with these dashing attacks, they can all be feinted. So for instance, feint, feint, feint. You get the point, alright? So you can either run in, feint, start off your infinite chain, feint, guard, break, and it looks something like that. So do keep that in mind. Also, the zone attack can be feinted after the first strike. So feint, light, heavy, guard, break, heavy again, and you can rip your opponent to shreds with the Aramusha's feints. Quite interesting if I do say so myself. But expert style combos. So we'll dispatch of our friend the Warlord quickly. and proceed. So a lot of the Aramusha's combos are interesting, but there is one thing you do need to keep in mind, that if you land a light and you heavy in the same direction, it'll be a lot more powerful and it'll come out a lot slower. However, you can actually cancel that heavy and lead into another light attack in a different direction, throwing off your opponent, which looks, if I can land it properly, I don't really do that. You fucking warlord. Okay. So, let's hope I don't cock it up. I don't like this combo, in all honesty. That's why I don't really land it very often. But it looks like this. You know, you can do that indefinitely. So it's simple, really easy. You know, all you need to do is land a light, heavy in the same direction, then light in a different direction, heavy in that same direction again, and rinse and repeat. So it can throw you off your opponent and lead into some definite damage, which is always nice. I also mentioned if you land a if you start off with a heavy and you do the same thing, you can continue it that way. So heavy, or you can go. Well, you don't want to do. Well, you want that. Oh, Tyler. Right, heavy. Right, we get the point. So if we do heavy, light, heavy, guard break into a wall and score the heavy attack, you've killed him. Alright, you get the point with the heavy feint stuff. So heavy, and you know, after that, once the heavy starts, you kind of want to go into your light attack. So you know, you get the point. The Aramusha's cool stuff does come in with the parry section, because he has this. It's his version of his full block stance. It has a completely different set of sexy moves, which I use quite often instead of doing this. This stuff. For me, it's a lot easier, and I do prefer it. But we'll go over that, because that will lead into the expert style play using this correctly. Feinting into this using your zone to get the damage, or you can into this. You get the point. The main idea with the Aramusha, ladies and gentlemen, is that you want to utilize this appropriately whenever possible, because you can get some serious either mind tricks or damage off when necessary. So we'll go over that now. So we've set up our warlord friend. Let's go over his full block stance. So we can do this once he hits. Kick him in the face, or well, kick him in the chest. All you need to do in order to do that is to actually get them to connect their attack and then press the X button. Next one is the top heavy attack that comes out really quickly. So all you need to do in order to do that is, once they've connected this, you need to push up on your stance widget and then press your heavy attack button. Let's go over his unblockable side slashes, known as the Twin Vipers. All you need to do is to connect this and then heavy attack in the right or left direction. It doesn't really matter what direction it is, as long as it connects. Oh, come on, T. I'm raging here. I apologise, ladies and gentlemen. I apologise. Okay. Looks like this. Does a considerable amount of damage, and it is still quite nice. So do keep that in mind, that this move is parryable. It is in the parry window for veteran players and, you know, beginner players. This is a really easy parryable move. However, it can be feinted. So leading into some DPS that way through the combos mentioned prior. The next one is the light attack, which is a stamina drain. Looks like this, and it drains a proportion of the enemy's stamina. Also stuns them, so you can rush in and then rinse and repeat when necessary. Sadly, the Aramusha's parry doesn't exactly offer anything outside of the normal remit of parries, so do keep that in mind. Instead of going for a parry, always go for the full block stance, because it offers more alternatives. Okay, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Aramusha guide. Feel free, as always, to comment in the comment section if I have missed anything that you Aramusha mains do want to be mentioned. Helps out the community and helps me out in the guides in the future quite a bit. I don't mind if you guys get involved. In fact, I actually encourage it. So, if you have any questions, as always, feel free to pop them down in the comment section down below. But I'll leave it for my outro to explain, ladies and gentlemen. And I will see you guys in a bit. Once I kill this little shit. There we go. In a bit. So, you've reached the end of the video, and all I can say is a massive thank you very much. As always, I'm going to ask that you leave a like and you smash that subscribe button. You have the 2 suggested videos, one on the left, one on the right, and the subscribe button directly in the middle, so there is no excuse. Catch up on the content, make sure that you're liking, and I will see you guys in a bit.